Welcome to Erie Community College Libraries. We're here to help you find, access, and evaluate the information you need for your assignments. The purpose of this tutorial today is to walk you through the basics of library research, what the library has to offer, how to access these resources, and particularly what's available for online students or students who may not ever walk through the doors of our 3 libraries on campus. You can easily access the library homepage from the ECC homepage. There are 2 different ways that I'm going to show you. One way is by selecting My ECC. You can log in to My ECC. I'll show you how this works. Some of you may be familiar with this already. This takes a moment to authenticate. Once you are logged in, you will see on the left-hand side your launch pad by clicking on the books for library resources. It will bring you to the library homepage. Okay? Another way to access this, I'm going to go back to the ECC homepage to show you. If you select Student Services, on the left-hand side, you'll see a link to the library. This again will bring you into the library page. Okay, so it just depends on how you want to access that. Once you are in the library homepage, you'll see in the center of the page this gray search box, okay, with some tabs going across. The 2 you'll primarily be using are Summon, which is the default search box, or Catalog, which is to search the ECC library catalog for books. Okay, I'm going to show you a basic search in Summon. And click back on Summon and do a search on diabetes. And hit search. This brings me into Summon. I did a very general keyword search, and this has brought over 3 million results. Okay, it's going to give you recommendations for which databases you can click into to search directly. I'm going to be showing you databases a little bit later in this tutorial. Also on the right-hand side, you'll see an entry from the Gale Virtual Reference Library on diabetes. As I scroll down, you can see this is searching everything. So it is bringing up books that are available in our libraries. It's also bringing up full-text journal articles. As you hover over the title of any of these, on the right-hand side, you'll notice a summary of the article, some content information about what you can find. Okay, so this gives you a little bit of a preview of what type of content you're going to find, so you do not have to click on the title and enter into all of these records. Obviously, this is a very general search, so it has a huge number of results. You're not going to go through 3 million results. You're going to want to refine this search. On the left-hand side, you'll see some options for refining. If you knew you wanted only full-text articles, for example, you could click on Full Text Online. If you wanted to narrow down that further for scholarly or peer-reviewed articles, you can click that. Okay. As I hover over this left-hand side, you'll see the numbers that have popped up under content type and discipline. This is how many of your results are coming up under each different types. So out of your 899,000 results that you can see here, almost over 868,000 are journal articles. Okay, 22,000 are newspaper articles, and so on. So you could limit even further if you only wanted journal articles by selecting that, and so on. If you wanted to focus only on public health aspect of diabetes, you can click on public health. Okay. You can use this drag over bar to limit the years that you're searching. If you want only recent articles, you can bring that number down a little bit, and so on. So just by using the left-hand refinement tools, I brought this down to about 43,000. Okay, it's still a pretty large number of results to go through. I want to show you an example of how to access this information. If you click on the title, this will bring you into the database of where the article is located. You'll be able to read the entire full text of the article. And on the right-hand side, it gives you tools to print the article. Maybe you want to email it to yourself or download it. Also some help for formulating a citation of this article. Okay, this is one example. Depending on where your article is coming from, your results are going to look different. The databases display different, so it may not look exactly like this, but it will bring you into wherever that record is stored. So I'm going to close out this tab. If you're doing your search and you want to refine your results beyond the tools on the left-hand side for refinement, let's say you wanted to add some keywords into your search, but you don't want to get rid of the work that you've done to refine it in terms of the checkboxes that you've selected over here. You can simply enter in additional keywords up at the top. So if I wanted to focus on diabetes in children, let's say, I could add in the word children and hit search. And it'll keep all of those refinements that I've selected on the left, but add in that other keyword so that we're going to be bringing up results more focused on what you're doing your research on. Okay, so you can see some of these titles have changed, but it still functions the exact same way. You can hover over and go through your results that way. So remember that research is a process, and you're going to be playing around with this, trying different keywords and refinements to really narrow down exactly what you're looking for. And by being able to add terms into your search and keep your refinements, you don't have to replicate that work. Okay, so that is a quick and dirty search of Summon to give you a heads up of how to search that. And remember, this search is everything. So if you were doing a book search, let's say if you were on campus and you were doing a search on books, you could just unselect the full text online, unselect scholarly, unselect journal, and maybe only select library catalog. And that'll bring up books on diabetes in children that we have here in the catalog. And you can see this is giving you a call number and a location. So this is physically a book on the shelf at North Campus Library, for example. Okay, or this one is here at South Campus Library. Okay, so if you are on campus, you don't have to limit yourself. You can use books that are on campus, or you can use ebooks, you can use newspaper articles, database articles, and things like that. Obviously, if you are off campus, you may be limited to our online resources, but as you can see, that initial search brought up over 3 million, so it's certainly not going to be a problem for you when you're doing your research if you're limited to online resources. Okay. As I said earlier, Summon is a great resource to search everything that the library has to offer. But it does give you the opportunity to refine your results. If you are finding that you are coming up with way too many results to refine, or if you just know, I need a health article, I don't want to go through and refine my results and limit and reduce that number down. I want to go directly to health-related information. There are other ways to find your results. You may be more comfortable using Summon, or you may want to go directly into the databases, which is what I'm going to show you next. Okay, so on the left-hand side here from the library homepage, by clicking on Library Resources, you can see there are links here to do databases by subject or databases by title. Okay, if we click on databases by title, it's going to give you an alphabetical list of every database that ECC subscribes to, along with a short description of what type of content you can find in these. Okay, so this is covering everything from general databases to health-related databases, education databases, more subject-specific. Okay, so if you know the name of the database you want to search, you can click on the letter and go to that letter, the alphabetical list, and choose that specific database. If you don't, if you said, I need, say, only health-related databases, okay, you're going to want to click on databases by subject. So let me go back. And rather than do databases by title, we can do databases by subject. Click on databases by subject, and you can see we have it by subject. We've got tabs up here. So if you were looking for health information, you can click on health, and we have all of the health databases listed. Okay, so rather than doing a Summon search, if you were looking for medical information, you could go directly to Medline, for example, or CINAHL. Let me show you how that works. So by clicking on the CINAHL database, you are automatically going to be searching only health-related information. So it saves you some time so that you don't have to refine your results down. Okay, so let me do a search on diabetes. Okay, it gives you suggestions for other related search terms. You can limit right here to a full text, and I'm going to hit search. Okay, so in our Summon search, we had over 3 million results. In our CINAHL database, we have 27,000. Okay, we can still refine our search down even further by using our date drag bars again, just like in Summon, to maybe only search for more recent or current articles. You can limit by the source, so you can limit by academic journals again if you wanted to. You can also add in more keywords as we did before. So I can put in, if I spell it correctly, children, and hit search, and that narrows it down even further. Okay. When you find one that you are interested in, you can click on the title. It'll bring you into the record. You can read an abstract of the article, a summary of the article. There are tools on the right-hand side for you to print, email, save, or cite, as well as a link on the left for the full text. I'm going to click on that and show you how that displays. So this is a scanned-in PDF version of the full text of the article. It shows you that it's 11 pages. Okay, you can print this or save it here as well. If you are doing a general research paper or assignment where you have to come up with a topic on your own and you're lost, you're just not sure exactly what you want to focus on, and you need some ideas, looking at the resources by subject database list in the general databases is sometimes a good place to start. You may want to search Academic One File or Academic Search Complete. Put in keywords of potential topics and see what type of research is out there. What is being published? What are people talking about? To get some ideas of what you can focus on. I recommend going down to the bottom of that page and selecting opposing viewpoints. Now here, opposing viewpoints is described as a complete one-stop source for information on social issues. Many people use this to do research of both sides of an issue, maybe a pro and con, to read up on different viewpoints on social issues. I also think it's a great resource for coming up with topic ideas. Okay, so let's select opposing viewpoints. So this is the Opposing Viewpoints database. You'll see up here is a search box, as in other databases, where you can put in keywords. Okay. The nice thing about Opposing Viewpoints, though, are these tabs up top here. Select Browse Issues, and it gives you an alphabetical list of all of the issues that Opposing Viewpoints has in its database. You can also look at this by category. So if you knew you wanted to do a research paper and focus on family issues, for example, you could select family issues, and it will show you only the issues related to family issues within the database. Okay, so this is a good place to start to look at what type of topics are being covered. When you find what you were looking for, let's say you wanted to do a paper on drugs and athletes, you can click directly on this topic, and it brings you into the page, the topic page in the database. So you can read up, you can click here to view more and read up on your topic to get background information. As in the other databases, there are the tools to cite, download, print, email. Gives you a table of contents for this article, and also related subjects, other subjects you might want to explore on your topic. So besides the topic overview, as I scroll down the page, you can see there are viewpoints. So people are writing articles, maybe pro on the topic or con on the topic, different viewpoints. There are also academic journal articles, statistics, newspaper articles, reference, magazines, as well as websites. Also, there are often audio programs, maybe from NPR, discussing the topic, as well as videos. So Opposing Viewpoints is a great place to start for background information, to determine whether or not this is a topic you want to pursue further. And also it pulls together a lot of information from various sources. You can see in this box here where it says on this page, these are all of the different types of content you can find within this database on your topic. Okay. When you find one that you do want to read, let's just click on this first featured viewpoint. It will bring you into the article, and there are the tools there as well to email or print. Okay, and these are all full text articles.